Our country is respected again. I think we're respected like never before.
That is an awfully bold statement to make, especially when a majority of the people in your own country don't even respect you. And I only say that because when you add together the votes from the last election between third-party candidates and Kamala Harris, it means that 594,021 people voted for someone other than Donald Trump. Couple that with 89 plus million people not voting at all because they didn't like any of the candidates, and it leads you to one logical conclusion. A majority of Americans do not like you. I mean, come on. They set records in the protests against this administration. But wait, there's more. Did you know that the United Kingdom has suspended a specific part of its intelligence sharing arrangement with the United States related to drug trafficking boats in the Caribbean? That's right, because they're concerned about the legality of the U.S. military's use of lethal force. Did you also know that Denmark's intelligence services recently identified the United States, particularly under the Trump administration, as a potential security concern, citing Washington's use of economic pressures, tariffs, threats of military force against allies, and disruptive hemispheric approach? They're talking about taking over Greenland. And the U.S. was added to the Civicus Monitor watch list in March 2025 for a serious decline in civic freedoms, particularly concerning the Trump administration's actions like executive overreach, attacks on the freedom of the press, crackdowns on activists. They joined countries like Serbia, El Salvador, Indonesia, Kenya, and Turkey on that list. Also in May of 2025, Moody's downgraded the United States credit rating from AAA to AA1, citing rising debt, increased interest payments, and policy choices for a worsening financial outlook. Not to mention, the value of the U.S. dollar marked its steepest drop in over 50 years during the first half of 2025, driven by factors like increased U.S. tariffs, anticipated Federal Reserve interest rate cuts, policy uncertainty, and growing concerns about U.S. debt and spending, leading some to question its global dominance and prompting investors to seek diversification. The decline means imports become more expensive for Americans, while U.S. exports become cheaper, impacting multinational companies and foreign investors. So, the next time he says,
Our country is respected again,
I would take that with a grain of salt because, remember, they launched an investigation into an escalator.